Hello, Battle Creek neighbors. This is Rebecca Fleury, and I'm your city manager. And we are here today to talk about a really important topic, the city's budget.
Hi, I'm Aaron Kuhn, Assistant Revenue Services Director.
The city is required to submit a budget every year, and that process usually begins around January, and we wrap up in May and June. For those of you who don't know, our fiscal year runs July 1st to June 30th. So this would be a budget that would begin July 1st of 2023 and end June 30th of 2024. We held our first budget workshop with the commission last week. This is where we kind of formally introduced the budget proposal as prepared by Aaron and his team, as well as all of our department directors. And it gives the commission and the public a chance to glance at it for the first time and ask any questions, perhaps direct us to make any changes before we get to the public hearing process. If there aren't any major corrections or changes per the commission's guidance, we move right into the formal adoption, which would be on the commission agenda in the first meeting in June, and that would be June 6th this year. So a lot of work goes in behind the scenes to get to this particular point. I would be remiss if I did not give an extra shout out and kudos to Aaron and his team. They do a yeoman's part of the work in preparing the proposal, but also to each and every one of our department heads. They have to go back, work with their people to get us to that point where our expenditures match our revenue, which is kind of the point, and that gets us to the proposed budget.
The city's general fund is funded by a three-legged stool of revenue: property tax, income tax, and state revenue sharing. That accounts for about $44 million of our almost $56 million revenue budget, about 79%. State revenue sharing is sales tax that's passed through from the state of Michigan. Income tax, the city of Battle Creek is one of 23 cities in Michigan to levy a city income tax, 1% for those that live and work in the city, and 0.5% for those that live outside but work inside the city.
The law in Michigan states that units of local government shall have, it's not may, but we shall have a balanced budget annually. This is often confused because if you watch and listen to the discussions at the federal level, that is not something that's implicated at the federal level. It really is state and locally, a state and local requirement, although I do find that I think it helps us stay on a sustainable fiscal path to have to do that each year, whether you do it every year or whether you're a multi-year budget every 2 years. It doesn't matter. We are required to have a balanced budget. So we have to present, and as we have presented for fiscal year 24, a budget that has expenditures that matches available revenue. And then we have to walk our city commission through what that looks like. We want as much participation in the budget process as we can get. That's why we hold workshops. That's why we have public hearings. You know, we value the input from the community, and we invite the community to be part of this process. I think, unfortunately, everybody has busy schedules. Many people don't want to come to City Hall or to sit through an entire City Commission business meeting. That's why we're doing things like this, so that you can go back and watch the video of the budget workshop. You can certainly will be able to see the recording of the budget hearing that happens next Tuesday, but you can also come down and participate. You can also participate by sending in an email. You can call the 311 center, all those ways that you can engage in the budget process at this point. I also want to say that this commission is very clear in making sure that Aaron and his team are constantly updating them on budget versus actual. So if you ever wonder where we are at any point in our fiscal year, you can tune in, and they give a quarterly update to the city commission, and that information will also be on our website.